Hey, sweet friends. Welcome back to the Eye of the Storm. Our little 5 minutes where we just kind of have a little peace and quiet. 5 minutes. It's not too much to ask, right? So this week we're talking about alignment and balance. And so yesterday we ended with the power phrase that, I'm giving myself an alignment. And the reason that I'm kind of coming up with these little power phrases is, well, why? First of all, because we have to explain ourselves to other people. Isn't that weird? Like, you shouldn't have to, but for some reason, whenever anybody wants to make some sort of change in their life, then, like the gallery of folk show up on the doorstep and they want to know why, like what's going on. And so just, real quick, understand that the reason that happens is because when you make a change, the people in your orbit recognize that and they think, oh crap, now I'm going to have to make a change. And you're not telling them they have to do anything. They don't have to do jack. But just because you're changing, they're feeling like they need to. Pardon me. So here's the deal. So today, after the phrase, I'm giving myself an alignment. Okay, why? They might ask. Here's your answer. So, well, because I feel like there's a lot of momentum that has just kind of gathered all around me, and it's a little much, right? So that made me question my tolerance for chaos. We talked about that yesterday, whichever direction we're going here. I have a high tolerance for chaos, friend, family, associate. So, and that's a lot of momentum. So I'm looking at the momentum that I have amassed, and I'm just trying to identify my responsibilities in that. So you see what we're doing here, you guys? Like I'm sort of giving you some tools because most of the changes that you want to make in your life, you got to run it by other people. And I know that sucks. We shouldn't have to do it. But unless you really are going to, or unless you already do, live on an island by yourself, we have to run these things by other people. So that's part of what my coaching does, is I help people articulate things. So again, we only have 5 minutes here total. So it's not like we're going to completely change the world. But little by little, yeah, you are. Yeah, you are going to change the world. You're going to change your world, which is really all that matters. Ha. So here I am. I'm identifying my responsibilities because guess what, friend, associate, loved one? I feel like some of my responsibilities might be a little outdated. So it's just a little housekeeping. It's a little housekeeping. Okay. So if some of these are outdated, then these are decisions that I need to make about which ones are outdated. Now, this is where if you have a particularly interested friend, family, colleague, loved one, they're going to want the play-by-play. This is where you have to gently, lovingly say to them, yeah, I'm probably going to need a little time on this one. Like just give me a little time because I need to identify these responsibilities that I feel like I have that might be a little outdated. And I have a feeling, and I'm not putting words in your mouth here, these are just little tips and tricks and just use what you want. I feel like a lot of these responsibilities that might be a little outdated are related to commitments that I've made to myself that I keep breaking. And again, this is what you're saying to other people so they'll just leave you alone for a minute. You say, if I don't keep commitments to myself, then that means I'm probably breaking commitments to other people. And I'm not cool with that. So I'm just going to take a little time, right? I'm giving myself an alignment. A little bit of repeating here. People need stuff repeated. And I'm going to identify some responsibilities that might be outdated. And I think those are related to commitments I keep breaking to myself. So I'll get back to you, okay? Because I love you to pieces, all right? And I, Amy, the Invincibility Coach, love you guys to pieces. So stay tuned. We're going to get through this and you're going to get some balance, okay? You're going to get some balance. Okay? Bye-bye.